Yesterday while I was streaming, I wanted to do a video on Charlotte the Stingray and the progress or lack thereof of, well, her giving birth. And I decided to do this because over time, not only was I seeing news articles talking about it, I wasn't just going to keep on making the same Charlotte the Stingray video over and over again because that's kind of dumb, but I was growing and I have been growing weary of this whole situation for a while now because a lot of it just didn't make sense. And some things that I had seen from the creator of the aquarium that Charlotte is at just rubbed me the wrong way. Now, for those of you who don't know, in the very beginning of this whole thing, the whole reason it blew up was because it was going around on social media that Charlotte had only been with these sharks and hadn't been with a male for over 8 years. And people were saying, is this going to be a shark stingray hybrid? And that honestly is the only reason it blew up to the degree it has. And I know this because I have covered times before where sharks and stingrays have given birth parthenogenically at aquariums in like over the past 6 months. Well, it's been about a year at this point, but the point is that it has happened very recently and it did not get the media attention that Charlotte did because people were thinking that she had bred with a shark. And in the original news clippings, if you look back at them, it talks about this and they go into detail about how she had shark bites or little bites on her that could indicate that the shark was breeding with her. And for a while, they were saying that social media was the one that was pushing this. And eventually it was that case. But the original person who said this and put that into the ethos was the creator of the aquarium. As I said, I went through and I was looking for that information because there's so much stuff that it was hard to find stuff from back in February when this really blew up. But she got pregnant in September. That's at least when it was first claimed. And time had just gone way too far and I was like, I am pretty confident that she is not pregnant, that there's something else going wrong. And when I was in the middle of streaming, somebody said to me in my comments that she was not pregnant and that they know this because the aquarium made an Instagram post. And that is what we're going to be looking at here. Charlotte is not pregnant. I gotta find this. We're going to find it. Second possible explanation is Jurassic Park arena, according to the, could have mated with one of the young sharks. Wait. According to the aquarium's founder, okay, here's something. The second possible explanation for Charlotte's pregnancy is more in the Jurassic Park arena, according to the aquarium's founder. Charlotte could have mated with one of the young sharks that was added to the tank in July. We're either going to have Partho babies, Brenda Raymer, founder and executive director of Team Echo, told WLOS on Thursday, or we're going to have some kind of potential mixed breed, and we're waiting for Jeff Goldblum to show up because we are in Jurassic Park right now. Okay, in mid-July 2023, we moved 2 one-year-old white spot bamboo sharks into that tank. There was nothing we could find definitively about the maturation rate, so we did not think there would be an issue, Raymer said. We started to notice bite marks on Charlotte, but saw other fish nipping at her, so we moved the fish, but the biting continued. Brenda said bite marks are an indicator of mating sharks, as sharks bite during the mating process, and Charlotte had several bites on her fin edges. Raymer said Charlotte is carrying up to 4 pups and could deliver any time. DNA testing will likely be conducted on pups after the birth to determine whether they are a mixed breed or not, indeed clones of their mother. Okay, so Raymer was the one who said this. It's once in the bluest of blue moons experience, Raymer said. Parthenogenesis with the stingray. We have been doing ultrasounds on our Ray Charlotte since September when she began to swell. We documented multiple growths internally and initially thought she had cancer, Raymer said in an email on February 1st. I reached out to Dr. Rob Jones, the aquarium vet, and he identified the growth as eggs. We have no male ray. He said there have been a few cases of parthenogenesis in rays. The second possible explanation for Charlotte's pregnancy is more in the Jurassic Park arena. According to the aquarium's founder, Charlotte could have mated with one of the young sharks that was added to the tank in July. Okay, so it was the aquarium's founder who pushed that in the beginning. It was not social media. The founder of this aquarium said that. Whether it was in jest or not, it doesn't matter. That's what pushed this and blew it up into this giant thing. People have written and said, well, they can hold male sperm for years. And I'm like, sure. She's never been around a male until we put these two boys in there, Raymer said, speaking of the aquarium's two sharks named Larry and Mo. We're kind of expecting a deluge, which is great, and that's fine, Raymer said with a smile. We want people to come and see her and talk to us about it. Raymer said she is working to set up a live stream of the tank so as many people as possible can see the pups when they are born. If the pups are born alive, Raymer said, she hopes to keep the family together. Because she's not the only stingray that has gone through parthenogenesis. How is she pregnant? They just announced. They just announced? What do you mean they just announced? I don't know. It's been a long time now, longer than she should have been pregnant. And it's on the Instagram page. Wait. She isn't pregnant. They just... Wait, what? Okay. We're back. Finally got what we needed to. So let's see. Hey, Nate, how you doing? All right. So this is from 3 hours ago. The Team Echo page. We regret the delay of updates regarding Charlotte. This time was necessary to gather data and analyze lab and testing results. These reports were shared with our care team. The reports show that Charlotte has developed a rare reproductive disease that has negatively impacted her reproductive system. The findings are truly a sad and unexpected medical development. Our priority is to focus on Charlotte's health and well-being. We will work with and be guided by veterinarians and specialists to better understand this disease and the treatment options for Charlotte. While the research of this disease is limited, we hope that Charlotte's case and medical treatment will positively contribute to science and be of benefit to other rays in the future. We sincerely appreciate the incredible outpouring of love and support for Charlotte. Please respect Charlotte and her care team as we navigate this unexpected news and work to determine the best path forward. Updates will be given as we are able. What? So it's a rare reproductive disease. So does that mean that she was never pregnant and she just had this disease? What is the disease? That doesn't necessarily help. Is there any comments? Comments are turned off. Right? Is that what that means? Yeah, comments are turned off. All right. So, we just went through all that today because it's funny because this was just posted 3 hours ago. I had not seen anything on this. And sure enough to find out, Charlotte is not pregnant. She's not. So it wasn't a conspiracy theory. That's rough. Dang. I don't know how to feel about this. Well, people have been calling this. Yeah, I know. I haven't made many videos on it. I've made some update videos because I'm like, yeah, people are still starting to freak out because they don't think that she's pregnant. Obviously, they've been doing something deceptive the entire time. Yeah, exactly. And they've been turning off comments. It's been months now. I was literally about to look up how long parthenogenesis, or how many other species of ray have gone through parthenogenesis and how long it took them. Because the whole reason I made the stream in the first place is because it has been so long. And I'm like, I can basically safely say that she's not pregnant. Like, I was going to say 100% without saying 100%. Like, I was like, I'm positive of this, but I can't make any positive claims because, well, if you make a positive claim that's wrong, but look at that. And they turned off comments. So she is not pregnant because she has some sort of disease. And that's probably what she's had the entire time. It would not surprise me if that was the case. And what is this? What is this rare reproductive disease? Let's see. Reproductive diseases in stingrays. Reproductive diseases cystic ovaries, unovulated eggs, and often an enlarged uterus is prevalent in older conservation managed female stingrays. Is prevalent in older stingrays, so it's not uncommon. But this is a okay. Ooh, this is from 2019. Ultrasonographic and hormonal characterization of reproductive health and diseases in wild, semi-wild, and aquarium housed southern sting. Well, this is for the southern stingray, so it's a different species. But results ultrasonographic ovarian scores were significantly correlated with uterine scores. No reproductive diseases was detected in semi-wild or wild stingrays, but 65% of aquarium housed stingrays had developed or advanced reproductive disease. Significant correlation were identified between ovarian and uterine disease status and plasma concentrations of all steroid hormone except testosterone. Inclusion in clinical relevance. Findings suggested that ultrasonography and plasma hormone concentrations may be useful in the identification of reproductive disease, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so what they found at 65% of stingrays in captivity, not semi-wild, but captive animals, had this. So 31 out of 48 of them. Now, after seeing all that, that is plenty of proof to me enough that she is not pregnant. My thoughts on this right off the bat are that they probably thought she was pregnant at first. I am not denying that. They hyped this up and they jumped on it because they knew that if with all the publicity they were getting, they were going to get a ton of people to come to the aquarium as patrons. That money talks. And it kind of got away from them. They slowly realized that there's something wrong here. We can't freak people out. As time goes on, they start turning off comments, and the next thing you know, they're stuck between a rock and a hard place because they know Charlotte's not pregnant and they have to come out and say something. And today they did on May 30th. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Again, don't send hate these people's way. That's not the intention of this at all. The only intention with this is to say that I thought something was weird about the whole thing, and I don't know. I don't really know what else to say besides that. Like, there was something obviously wrong for a long time, and you couldn't outright say it because people would say you're crazy and you need to wait. Well, we're not crazy. I'm not crazy. The people who've been saying that she wasn't pregnant aren't crazy. And that's really about it. So, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next one.